So we talked about the live animated films, but DC has been dominating in the animated films. Really, they have. They have some phenomenal stuff. Let's talk about your favorites, and let's just talk about them in general, as well as the ones maybe not so favorite to you. I'm going to start with Strickland. What do you think about the DC animated world?
The DC animated world is amazing. We touched on it at the beginning of the show. They're spinning out movies like constantly nowadays.
Oh, it's like 4 or 5 times a year.
Yeah, and some of them are good, some of them are great, some of them aren't that good. Some of my favorites, Frontier, I said it earlier, Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. I mean, that was my childhood, that movie. I mean, like I said, we grew up, I guess y'all are about 10 years older than me, so I grew up on that. I can remember watching that and seriously freaking out. That whole flashback scene where Joker gets killed and Batman is like torn.
Yeah. I think me and John are about maybe 10 years older than you, but like Drew's very close to your age. And like, yeah, Return of the Joker hit me in the heartstrings, dude. Really fucked me up. Like, no lie. It was Tim Drake.
It was
like
Tim Drake.
spoilers, but it was Tim fucking Drake.
If you haven't seen Batman Return of the Joker, that by now, I'm sorry, we're spoiling it.
But man, for real, that hurt me, dude.
Yeah,
You can't see it now, but Drew is weeping.
They actually can't see it now.
Oh yeah, you can see it. Damn it.
Mine is favorite Justice League: The Flashpoint Paradox. You want to talk something that hit hard?
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
See, because he goes and he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go save my mom. What a horrible mistake! And that's why going back to the time travel thing, never change the past. What's wrong with you? Everything bad happens. Nothing good comes from it. Just stick with it how it is. And the very end where he gives Bruce the letter from his father is the most tear-jerking moments of my life.
Heartstrings once again.
Dude.
I just want to say Thomas Wayne as Batman with guns.
What a badass.
If they did a Flashpoint movie right now, it'd be Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yes.
Thomas
Yeah.
Wayne.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Please.
He would be perfect for that.
Here I cry, DC.
So what do you think of the DC general? In general, what do you think of the DC animated film? You said your favorite, but you didn't really go into any more detail.
Generally, they've been good. I mean, I had to think about it. There haven't been too many terrible. Like, I can't believe I wasted my time on this.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, they're bad. I'm like, it's okay. I'll watch it once. That kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But when it's like, when they're good, you want to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
You want to watch it all the time.
Robbie.
Well, I mean, straight up, like, why are the DC animated films so... Well, first of all, DC is mythological. They're bigger than Marvel. Like... I love Marvel. You guys know me. I'm not a DC or a Marvel guy. What's my favorite comic book of all time?
It happens to be a Marvel
Fantastic
book.
Four.
Yeah.
But some of my favorite characters are Aquaman and Batman and Green Lantern. Like those are, and Flash. And Superman. Those are like DC characters. I love them. Their stories are so big that like animation really suits them because there's no budget. You know, whatever you can imagine can happen in a DC animated film.
Transitions well to animation.
And it's great. And my favorite DC animated, some of my favorite DC animated films, like straight up, you mentioned it. Justice League, New Frontier.
Yes.
The Darwin Cook book.
Yeah.
A big tribute to the Silver Age of DC Comics, which DC owned the Silver Age. I'm just going to say that, okay? Fantastic Four, Spider-Man never would have happened without DC. Without Barry Allen Flash, Hal Jordan Green Lantern, reinterpretations of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and the Justice League. You know? So, Marvel owes a lot to DC. And DC now owes a lot to Marvel. But all that aside, New Frontier, that's DC Comics to me. And that animated film is brilliant. And real quick, I want to mention this. In the comic books, I hated Under the Red Hood by Judge Winnick, right? I hated it. They brought Jason Todd back.
Yeah.
I hated it. I love the animated film.
Oh, it's great.
Love it.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one, too.
Good.
That one's good.
You have Bender as the Joker.
Yeah,
John DiMaggio.
Actually, yeah. And a weird Joker, but really cool. And very cool.
That's what I agree with you there, Robbie. You can do whatever's in the comic, you can do an animated feature. You don't have limitations. And on top of that, there has been some changes in, say, Son of Batman. There's been some changes where, like, well, they changed this and this for the story. I can't believe they changed it. But sometimes they're doing it for you're trying to condense a huge comic arc that transitions, that goes over multiple different comic series for a long period into an hour-and-a-half film. Sometimes they have to make changes. But a lot of things have been straight to, there's been some phenomenal ones, like Flashpoint Paradox have made little changes from what's in the original comics. So some have been so good, and they're such great story. That's I'm surprised that more of these movies don't draw just 100%, take the storyline and put it on the big screen. But the animated features have done that, and they've done a phenomenal job. And there's been some, on top of that, the voice talent. DC has some of the best voice talent in the business. Oh my gosh, they have some phenomenal actors. And again, a lot of people associate these characters, when you see them on the big screen, these voice actors come to your mind. Kevin Conroy.
Yep.
What's the guy from Firefly that does Green Lantern?
Frick.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
Oh,
I mean,
Mark Hamill, Joker.
Mark Hamill is the Joker. So they've got some great talent.
good ones.
Yeah, DC has definitely.
Dean from Supernatural is Jason Todd.
And it's great.
He's the reason probably I like Under the Red Hood. It's great. It's great. It's good stuff.
And you go back to Warner Brothers has been making animation since Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
the second name in animation next to Disney is Warner Brothers.
Yeah. So they know what they're doing, and so maybe we'll start seeing other companies make more animated features. But I love that they're cranking them out every couple months.
One thing one more, I forgot to mention this: All-Star Superman.
Oh yeah, it's a good adaptation.
So good.